Hello, everybody, and how are you doing? God, it's been a long time if you don't include the morning and midday motivations. But it is your boy, Ace Boogie really does it. Glad to be here still, clean and sober. And this is going to be from the Passion Project, a check in or check up, because it's been way too long since I've reached out to you and most of all myself to see how I am doing. So today is May 1st. Tomorrow will be May 2nd, my 8 months. So, man, a lot's happened. Things have been good. Things have been tough. As in life, things are up and down. But for the most part, still happy. And for the most important part, still sober. So, very happy to be here 8 months later and still clean and sober. Um, God, first off, I would just love to have more time in life, more time to fulfill my passions and my needs. That just keep us sane. Still working a bunch. Still trying to get out of not work, but my work, or at least with my employer. Very unhappy where I am at. I try not to let it affect who I am and my personality and how I project to the world out there. And it's tough. And especially when you're dealing with addiction or any related issues, it's very important to try to make your environment and the things that you do on the daily is happy or as suitable for you as possible, because it just makes your success easier if you're in a comfortable place. Been very uncomfortable in my job, not with the people I work with. They're absolutely wonderful angels. I love them all. Big staff, big group. They're all great, wonderful people who have also personally supported me through my journey. Again, it's just my employer that I definitely have a huge disagreement with, amongst any of things. But the reason why I'm harping off on that, because as it relates to time, they want to get all the work out of you and then, not pay you for that, but expect this. And, we're just in our busy season as well. So, reduced down from 70 hours to about 60 some. So I do deeply apologize to all that do reach out and call and text me. I do see that and I do my best to return it. But it's a full plate. It's a full plate. I mean, you work 60 plus hours a week. I have two teenage boys. I'm in a relationship. I have an elderly mom, and I have my talents and my hobbies, and also with just like time to rest. So, time is very scarce. So my apologies, but just know that I love all of you and that I'm always thinking of you all the time. And it is noted. I see your calls and I see your texts, but yeah. So work is definitely a pain in my ass, but it's also keeping me busier than not busier than I would like to be, but it's the type of busy that it's keeping me. But I mean, I'm also American. I know this is not unique to me. I know probably millions of us feel this way and are going through this. So, still just try to keep a smile on my face and, change the world, one person at a time or myself at a time. Um, Attending meetings, on the next part, moving on, yeah, with the meetings I was attending for a few months now, a weekly meeting every Tuesday, ran by one of the people I went to treatment with, Jake. What up to Jake? Jake's doing very good. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this video, shout out to you, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. But he has announced that he won't be conducting the meetings anymore, as he's going to pursue school and further his career. So shout out to you for that. What that means for me is, I don't know, he would always send us a login and all that kind of stuff, and I would then send it out to everybody. So and then thanks everybody for doing yourself a favor and getting the word and, getting your frustrations or your thoughts out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely going to meetings is very important to your sustained success in remaining abstinence from drug and alcohol. Um, there's times where I feel that like I don't need the meetings, that like, I'm so set in my new life that there's nothing that can stop me. Also for me, as it was through treatment, but it still is I always said it's a life or death situation for me. If I relapse alcohol or cocaine or both, like, I mean, physically my medical condition, my body can't take it. And then mentally, my mental health, can't take it. I mean, this all started, you know, from literally getting picked up by an ambulance and then carted off to the ER and then boom, straight to the mental ward, bed to bed to treatment. So it's life or death for me. So, like, I love life again and I want to continue living. There's big things happening around the corner, so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. But that being said, this is an unknown path. Anything can happen. You could just wake up one day and just decide you hate the world or that it's not worth it or everything you try and do is you're not getting the results or you're not getting results that you want fast enough. So that's why it's important to, refresh with these meetings, whether it's, getting good advice or hearing other people's stories that you can find a relation in, for people that attend the meetings or just get the words of encouragement to keep going. We're all going to go through this. Addiction is not unique to any one person, and please don't take offense by that. But I mean, addiction is in the same place of the mind, and millions, hundreds of millions of people around the world, suffer from some kind of addiction, and it affects everybody the same. Now, how those things come about is where it differs. But, so I will, when the time comes, look into furthering that. But the meetings have been great. Again, love Jake, love my peers. I was able to reach out to everybody. Sorry for the hiatus again. It's a lack of time, but ultimately, I need to learn better time management skills and take more control of my life and make the time, because honestly, we are in control. We have the control. So, I feel kind of two-sided when I say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy. It's a cop out. But you know what I'm saying? If there's something you want to do or you really need to do, don't we all make the time for that, right? Of course. So that means we're able to do it. That's taking control. So I need to do more of that. But was able to reach out to all of my peers that I was in treatment with and heard back from most of them. And for the most part, everybody's doing very well. And so that just warms my heart because, I mean, these are some of the most awesomest people I've ever met. And I just wish everybody the best and all of them the best. And also reach out to my day oneers. So I appreciate all of you and love you guys so much. Thank you for the support, the continued support and continued love. And I want to also thank my subscribers. I am documenting this for me to look back while I share this with the world. And there has been a lot of traffic on my channel. And for all the new subscribers, I get pretty cool comments, minus like the two like haters, whatever you want to call them, which just makes me laugh. I guess I'm doing something right if they feel the need to take the time and hate on me. But still, thank you and welcome to the channel, AceBoogy Mullins. And yeah, there's a lot of old music and freestyles on that. But the new part is, of course, the morning and midday motivations, which I hope that helps. This is my gift to you, as always. And then the passion project are these more extended videos. And that's also some of the reason why I haven't done so many of these extended videos. I mean, I have it in my notebook, like a whole bunch of these extended videos that I want to do. And again, I'm just plagued by time and lack of energy and then just lack of motivation. And, on that lines, like, here we are 8 months, clean and sober, by now, like all the drugs, all the alcohol is like completely out of my body. Like you could take a hair follicle, like, and test it. There's not going to be anything there. Where I'm at though, and I'm happy, but where I'm at is like, I realized like maybe a month or 2 months ago, like I am like in the middle of like this identity crisis. So I did promise you guys new music, new freestyles. There is also a playlist that is under construction that's pushing P for positivity. And yet nothing has happened with all those. Also had a clothing line. Again, that's a time thing. But where I'm at right now in 8 months is like, I'm trying to settle into who I am now. Like, yes, I'm Arius. Yes, Arius is clean and sober, but what does that mean to myself? Because for over 20 years, I have been one way that was not true to my nature. And so with the creative side, like I've definitely adopted the morning and midday motivation and the passion project as like, this is definitely part of my rebirth. So I'm very comfortable within here. But the stuff, the creativity and the things I was doing before getting clean and sober, like it's now like unfamiliar. It doesn't feel right. I can't find my sound. I can't find the context. I can't find the motivation because I don't know I don't know who I am, or I don't know the direction I want to go. This is, regarding creativity, again, like new music, freestyles, and the reason why this is so important to me because this is a passion of mine. I mean, if you go through the channel and you look, there's like 400 freestyles, a couple of songs, and what's off camera. I'm constantly rapping and doing music and things like that. Constantly writing and just thinking of creative stuff. And you've seen none of that. I don't think I've posted one rap, freestyle, or even song this year. And again, that's just because like I don't know, it's just unfamiliar and it's like almost uncomfortable to me because I guess there's a part of my brain where like I just want to come off, with the old me, but then like that's not me being true to myself. And then trying to incorporate, the new experiences and the journey and where I'm going now, like, I don't know, I just can't find the words because it's so new. So, I mean, I've just, I don't want to by any means give up. I can't, like, naturally, I'm just to a beat, so naturally I'm always rapping in my head. It's part of the ADHD, and it's hard for me to pay attention because I'm always just in my head just beating, you know what I'm saying, or just thinking of like creative things, whether it's a YouTube channel or like admiring art, or thinking of that. Like, seriously, creativity is a passion of mine and it just flows through me. So yeah, definitely struggling there, trying to figure that out. I am just like stumped though. I rely a lot on time will tell. So hopefully, through time, I will find myself, or I will get back to that. Also have a responsibility to myself, or we have a responsibility to ourselves for those that are in a similar position, that we also have to do it though. Like, I mean, it's not going to land on our doorstep and kind of voila if we're not actively practicing our talent, our hobby, our passion. We have to be our passions. We have to work our passions. We have to keep it fresh. We have to water it. We have to nurture it. We have to take care of it. And that's very true, which I need to do more of. But definitely there's always that part of my brain that's always turning and ticking. And you can say the same for your sobriety. I mean, earlier when I was talking about the meetings and how that will help you sustain your success of being clean and sober, you have to practice your sobriety. Like, I mean, you can go and isolate, or you can carry on like you don't have a problem, but you're going to be caught off guard by some kind of trigger, or whatever it is that sets you off and defers you off your path, so you constantly have to keep your skills sharp. So that's one thing I'm going through. Never got back into therapy. I would like to, especially like what I just said to you, like maybe therapy would help her. I was also trying to pursue psychiatry, and then my insurance had changed in January, and if you refer back to some of those older videos, I mentioned it and kind of where I came out of. Never got back to it. But still, I'm on Latuda. I'm comfortable sharing that. This is an antipsychotic, antidepressant, mood stabilizer. That's working good. I take it every day, as for its effectiveness, but like, I won't freak out, or I don't feel like I need that in order to be sane or safe or whatever. But I do feel it gives me an edge. But, you know, I think, getting back into a professional environment where I can talk to somebody, may help. Right now, I'm not quite sure what would come about it. But, I'm saying the ultimate key to any kind of help, whether it's addiction, mental health, or anything, is really just talking. Like, closed mouth doesn't get fed, right? Like, how does anybody know what to do for you if you're not vocal about it? How do you know what to do for yourself if you're not talking to yourself about it? Like, really, so communication is always the key. Communication, keeps the world moving. It really does, in more than one sense. Still moving on, continuing, lightly touching back on reaching out to everybody and all my peers, and I miss everybody, and I will get time and I will come and see everybody. Since I've been out of treatment, there has been 3 deaths, and that that are close to home to me. 3 deaths and 2 hospitalizations. So I mean, it doesn't get any realer than that. We all kind of know loss and death, and it's just like, you're walking and talking with this person, but in this situation, it's just like, we all jumped on this path for whatever reason, jumped on the same path, to want better for ourselves, or to clean our lives up, or improve on, our flaws, and the things that hinder us from being who we can truly be. And then the next day that person's gone. It's a trip. Like, it really is. It's not an unfortunate texting on the phone accident or house fire. I mean, this could be totally, inverted, prevented, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you got to think about the pain that somebody must go through, or just the seriousness of addiction. Like I said, for me, this is life or death, you know what I'm saying? And I could end up being one of those three, just because I had a moment in time where I felt weak, or if I just gave up, if even but for a second. You never know if you get another chance to start over and do it again. I mean, this is like the most serious thing that we all deal with. I mean, there's only one way out. If you don't get help, and I've said this in the last extended video that I posted on the Passion Project, if you don't get help, there's only one way this ends, and that's with death, with loss. And again, just to know that it's like, man, you can get help. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, or I'm not trying to imply that it's easy. It is easy to get help, but the whole journey and the battle of addiction, I'm not by any means saying it's easy or anything like that. But I mean, it's, you gotta truly understand that, like, this is your life, and if you care even an ounce about it, that you will die. It will take you, it will win, it will stand over you, over your lifeless body. And it's really a trip. Like, I just can't believe it. And so my condolences go out to the families and the loved ones of those that have lost. For those that ended up in the hospital per relapse, which I know they're doing very good in communication with them. And I'm just granting you guys the strength. And I just really, truly hope that that is the last time. I hope that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and being in the hospital, almost dying. And you know what I'm saying? I hope you're ready to get on board and live the life that is meant for you, the good life, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's still going to be ups and downs, but when you can just go through what life throws at you and leave with a smile on your face, that's winning. That's what you want to be, not go through life to where you get beaten and battered and you feel like you need to turn to substance, So wishing you all the best. I know you're better for it. Truly amazing people. But again, like, it's very close to home though, where it's just like, oh, you spent some time with somebody, and when it came to this, you were on the similar path, and then one deviates and then they're no longer with you. It's really, it's a trip, but it's real, and that's why I had to say this in the video, you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's millions of people that are dealing with this right now as we speak. Some are where I'm at, some are further ahead, some are just beginning. Regardless, this is the reality of it. It's very, very nasty. It's nasty to not have control over your thoughts and the things that you do when something else does. But moving on a lighter note, I am having another child. For the new subscribers and for those that don't know me, hello, my name is AceBoogy. But yes, I'm having another child. I'm very excited. It's a boy. I did a gender reveal. So that's awesome. I do have 2 teenage boys, and they're great. They're fantastic. I don't know how they became so great when I was, in my ways of addiction for their whole life and before. I and the universe did something right, but I can't take all the credit by any means. I mean, they were more adult than me, through a lot of coming up. But man, I love my kids absolutely, and I'm just excited to be able to do this again but with a clean and sober mind. I know I'm better for it. So, which I hear it's like not fair to my boys, but I will spend every day for the rest of my life making it up to them, and giving them the dad that they deserve. And I'm so lucky as a parent that they still love me and they don't resent me and they want to be around me, which is like, you know what I'm saying? But, blessed for that. But I'm super excited to do this again and do it to my definition of right, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna have 4 kids. So there's a little glimpse into the future, future tripping, future planning, but the only way I'm gonna get there is by staying on the straight and narrow. So we got that. Definitely currently looking for jobs and stuff. We'll be looking for more meetings and things like that. But definitely am not going to stray away from my creativity. It's just going to take a moment, maybe a couple of minutes, to get back into my comfort zone, to figure out the new direction, or to just get back in a natural groove, and we'll get new music out of there. Still holding hardware for the clothing and fashion. And I do have ideas, drawings and sketches, with that. I'm not sure who's still on board with that, but, I will get there. There's just going to be things that need to take place and things that are going to need to happen within me and, externally, for me to start that and get that off the ground and launched. But I feel it burning inside of me though. So the desire is still there. It's not like the flame was burnt out. But I am at a crossroads trying to figure out or find out, who is Arius now? You know what I'm saying? Not just Arius is clean and sober, but who is Arius being clean and sober? You know what I'm saying? Got my mission statement up. Like, I know what I want to do for the world. I know what I want to do for myself, but it's a little more internal than that, but, I believe I'll find it, and I'll keep bouncing it off you guys as this thing grows. And I do believe a lot in the universe and believe a lot in time, and time will tell, it's just a matter of, do I want to go at the pace of time or do I want to make stuff happen? So I'll get to that point, but I think that's good video. Again, 8 months coming tomorrow. That'll be May 2nd. Happy May Day for everybody. Don't go crazy. No, I'm joking, but just love each other, respect each other. I love all of you. Thank you to all the new subscribers and followers. Thank you to all my friends and family. Thank you to all my peers. And thank you to everybody that's sharing this journey and same struggles that I have with me. I love the world. I truly do. I don't just say that to sound corny or cliche. If I didn't, I wouldn't be wasting my time making these videos and doing the things that I do. And the way you see me on camera is really how I operate in life. I don't know. We can't give up on each other. We're all we have. And I'm really fascinated by people. People make me laugh. There's also another side of it, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, we all have our issues. We all have our reasons, and we're just human. You know what I'm saying? Accept it or not, I accept all of you. So take care. You will see word of the day coming pretty soon. And welcome to your Monday, my Friday. Everybody take care. Peace, love, and happiness. I love you all. Like and subscribe. Bye.